Let's watch Bitcoin get a workout back from November. This could be like a workout video. Ready? Keep your eyes on the November. Harry Potter cloak, boom. Try to concentrate on how Bitcoin is moving in this channel. And falls out of the channel. All right, let's watch this one more time. Now that you've seen it once, try to look at how Bitcoin goes from bottom near the top at this yellow line. See this yellow line? Goes to the bottom, then comes back down to the yellow line only after having fallen out of this channel. Try to focus on that. Pay attention to the yellow box and the top and bottom of the channel. All right, you ready? Ready? Here we go. 2, 3, workout, go. Yellow line, bottom, top, and reaching the yellow line out of the channel. Okay, now, last one. Now look at price's relationship to this white dotted line. Ready? Go. Watch how price interacts with this white line. Goes above it, comes back to check it perfectly, comes back to check it perfectly before bouncing, goes below it but stops for a whole 2-day candle, rips above, ignoring it completely, hits the top of the channel, rides this line for over a week, comes back above the line, and rock and roll. Now, know that this line right here, the origin line, is the same line. You don't have to be moving your hands if you don't want to. This is like workout music. All right, but now watch price move on this origin line. Okay, you ready? Would it help if I put the 15.5 and all that there? Okay, here we go. This is on the 12-hour chart. So price goes below it the very first time, races back above it, and says, hold on a second, I need to touch this again. Kaboom. All right. Then goes below it, rides it for several days here. These are each 12-hour candles, then flies way above it, without touching this origin line, which we talked about on my channel. Bitcoin did not have permission to go this high. That's not quite for new viewers, though. Returning viewers already know that. And there we go. All right, so one more thing. I'm going to add one thing to this chart so you can see how price moves, because I know other channels aren't really, showing you how price moves. I want you to get a feel for this before we do the rest of this this video here. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to throw on the weekly 10 EMA. I am probably going to make it the daily 70, so it's a little bit more accurate than the, a little smoother. All right. Okay, now take a look. Ready? Let's go. 12-hour candles, origin line, and weekly 10. Got an upward slope only after this mega move up. Then price decides, hey, I might be a little too far away from this weekly 10. I might want to go test it. Oh, and then accidentally broke below it. Went down to 20K or the bottom. That's where it hit the bottom of the channel. Then zoomed right back up without respecting either the origin line or the weekly 10. It just went right above it. Now it comes back down to test both of them. And now price is below both of them. So at which point was price below both lines, the red one and the blue one, and use it as resistance? Right here was the only other time. Right there. Here, it did not use either as resistance. It busted right through them. And price got stuck between the red line and the origin line and busted down. Even though it had a 9% move up, I'm thinking that was a bull trap. And now it's the downward slope. Look at the slope of this weekly 10. Look at the slope. Look. It is now negative. Now watch all the other times that price does something similar under an origin line. This is the 64K top. Price goes under negative slope, under this origin line, goes down a lot farther, has to hit the next origin line down. The weekly 10 tries to get above this line, price gets below, and negative slope, boom, you have to touch the next one down. Price gets rejected by both, touches the next one down. Technically has permission to be the end of that then bear market because it hit the origin line. It could have gone up, but it didn't. It got trapped again and squeezed again. See how this little area right here is very similar to what I just showed you, where it gets squeezed, all right? Squeeze those abs, right? I mean, look at this. This is exceptionally similar. It has to touch the next origin line down. And then it just kept falling. And then it actually hit 3 origin lines down. So from that squeeze, it hit 1, 2, 3, or actually 4 origin lines down. 4 of them. All right, so now Bitcoin got a positive slope on this weekly 10 EMA, then got that squeeze. It's destined to hit this line. That rule has a 100% hit rate in all of Bitcoin history. I don't think it's ready to change. Let's go see if the stock market can change that, because Bitcoin typically follows the stock market. Is this going to follow the stock market and break the rule for the first time ever? I don't know. Let's go get some Bitcoin. Hopefully it's a little bit different on a Friday, seeing how price moves. In all of Bitcoin history, this would be the first time ever that this rule would be broken. And if my target, or the general time frame from the time Bitcoin gets trapped under the weekly 10 but above an origin line, from that moment, the average time would lead Bitcoin to hit this line around July 1st. And because this line down here that would be a 21% move from the time it got trapped under, okay? From the time it got trapped under. And the timing from that, I guess I didn't look at the time, it's just under 2 months. That's about the average time. And that's why my guesstimation is by July 1st it'll hit it, because it was roughly the average of how long it takes it to get down there. A few times it went a lot faster, because then it went like 3 and 4 origin lines down, which could happen again. Unlikely, but it could happen. It's simply destined only to hit this or lower. Okay, the or lowers, it's just bonus material for people in shorts, but it's destined to hit this. Now, it could end up being on the time axis, take longer than typical, which means if it hits this, so see how this line is ascending? That means it won't go down as far if it takes longer. So this yellow line here is August 1st. So it would save it a good 21.3. It would save it a good $1,500. So this is $1,500 higher than this, roughly 31 days later. Are we making sense of this? Now, the timing to try to figure out which one is it going to do, or here in the middle, where is it going to hit? Given that it is destined to hit this line. It just is. The best case scenario is it goes sideways and hits it at the level where it is now, but that's so boring to watch Bitcoin go sideways for 100 days. Please don't wish that. No one wants Bitcoin to go sideways for 100 days, which it has done twice before. It's gone sideways within an average of 2% range for over 100 days twice. So fingers crossed that does not happen. Now, let's turn on our workout music again. Our AI-generated music. I didn't even ask for workout music, but that's what it sounds like, so let's get our groove on. The timing of this, I feel, will be dependent upon Ethereum. We covered this yesterday in yesterday's video. New viewers, it's only a 4-minute video. You can go check it out. I even gave the level of 1680 as key, and then it just came right up and got rejected exactly by 1680. Not a coincidence. It's just because a lot of wicks looking left on the chart in previous time were here. Wicks up and wicks down, particularly this wick right here. This wick right here, very prominent, and this wick down was about $2 higher. So I knew this was the bottom of this line was exceptionally important, and sellers would step in there, which is exactly what happened. Let's come So if we want to look at this from yesterday's video, as mentioned, at 1680 before that all happened, and there you go. But I'm more interested to the downside because I am suspecting Bitcoin has to hit that bottom, the next origin line down. However, how long will Ethereum stay above this triple area of support? This is an origin line. Origin lines go up, but Ethereum is in a 2-year-long descending channel. So so it almost makes like a crisscross applesauce. See that? Got workout music and kid slang. Crisscross applesauce, right? So these origin lines here, I can take off so it's not so stupid looking. Maybe. There they are. Okay, so 2-year downward channel. Let me get rid of some of these guys. Oop, I didn't want to get rid of that, did I? Yeah, I want to keep that on. 2-year long. So the lines going this way as we zoom in are from the channel. This is the top line, 3/4 line, 1/2 1/4 line, baseline. The bottom of the channel. All right, now I'm going to throw back on my origin lines, which are more macro than a 2-year macro channel, oddly enough, because they go to the origin of price, new viewers. But they offer massive support. So this line coming up is an origin line. After one origin line just had a failure rejection pattern under it, and then got rejected from the top of there. But you have an origin line, price approaching an origin line, price approaching the weekly 200 EMA, massive, massive, massive EMA. And so origin line is as macro can get support. The weekly 200 is cycle macro. Like each cycle touches the weekly 200 at the depths of hell of the bottom of the bear market, essentially, right? Weekly 200 is deep, deep, deep territory. So that's cycle, but still macro though. It's, you know, once every 4-year type of event, or, you know, it interacts with it with minor regularity on a 4-year basis. Crypto does as of now. It could end up being more frequent in the future if the 4-year cycle is ever broken, but it's still macro, but not as macro as these bad boys. Okay, and then you have a midterm time frame support from the current low of Ethereum at 880, 10, and then and then it just kept bouncing on this for, let's measure how many days. This is why I'm calling it mid macro, because that's a year. See how it says right here, a year, 374 days. Okay, 365 days in a year. All right. So that's mid macro. That's an entire year. And you have all 3 of those coming in to potentially save the price of Ethereum, but I don't think it's going to succeed. So therefore, whenever this goes below the triple area of support, it could end up being very, very, very violent. Exceptionally violent, because it's going to give up a super macro, a macro, which is the weekly 200, and a mid macro support. If you give up 3 at the same time, people who were buyers here trying to defend this, they'll instantly become sellers. So therefore, the vector of buying pressure and sell pressure, okay, at this line, let's say it's going sideways here, that means buy pressure and sell pressure are equal. Well, if it goes just under like this, half of this group or more, all right, are going to not just instantly go away, meaning the vector of force shrinks. It goes like that. Not only do they go away, but they'll be, a lot of them will become sellers. So this guy will shrink, and this one will grow as this one shrinks instantly, but instantly at the same location. That's what would cause the volatility. Like, it would get really volatile. And so the timing on when will Bitcoin hit that line? Is it going to be sooner or later, just like we talked about? Well, I'm trying to put all this together for you. It's really going to depend on this triple area of support here and when this breaks. So instead of guessing, just wait, because you're going to see it. You're going to be able to go down to like the 5-minute chart. You know, just like you can see price perfectly interact with this line here, well, you're going to be able to see price come down, most likely, and start interacting on the tiny, tiny candles here. And when they start going like this, and this orange line is maybe up here, let's make that orange. And price starts using this origin line as resistance, and then this is the mid macro support. So they're all gonna be here, and price will be going boom, boom, rejection. And then if you start getting lower highs and lower lows on the 1 minute, even the 1 minute chart, because look, this is all in the same spot. Look, all three of these lines. Remember, the orange line is the weekly 200. This is the origin line. This is the mid macro line. Look, they're all in the same spot, within 0.5% of each other. So you don't need big candles. You don't need closures. You need like 1 and 5 minute candles once it gets down here. And once price starts using these as resistance and then, taking out whatever is a punch low, let's say it punches through all of them, comes up, failure, rejection, boom. Once it starts flirting with its, what I call the punch low, that's when Bitcoin's getting ready to make its move down. But it'll very, very likely come to this triple area. So right now, the triple area is directly under price. You see that? They're all together without drawing over them. But price is way up here trying to get back into this the yellow box that I asked folks to draw yesterday because Ethereum price was a little bit more important than Bitcoin price at that time. Because it's got a triple area. Bitcoin's not going to make that trip down without Ethereum. It's not going to happen. Okay, but now, why did I start off with the exercise drill? Because I wanted you to see that Bitcoin, it's going to hit this line. There's literally no reason to think it won't. There is no reason to think it won't. Absolutely none. I honestly couldn't think of any reason. Now, should you believe it will hit it? No, I wouldn't go that far. I would simply say your brain should feel that it's so probable to hit that, you shouldn't even begin changing your mind until what happens? Until the slope of this weekly 10 starts getting positive again. And then you could say, okay, well, the rule might be broken. But right now, it's stuck under this and it's going down with a negative slope. And the weekly 10 is the biggest, baddest, it's the most, just the most important EMA in crypto. All right, I'll turn off the like, sub, and all that stuff. That's why we did the exercise so you can see. But now that you can see that price is destined to hit here, you can also see that Ethereum price has triple, like super support. And now you can understand the importance of Ethereum price and how and why Ethereum price will quote unquote lead Bitcoin price down. Because of this, and Bitcoin just won't go without Ethereum. Are we making sense? Is there a chance that this is wrong and Bitcoin does make a trip down without Ethereum? Only if you would see it in the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart, but what are we seeing there? It's not bullish. Harry Potter. Maybe. Yes, Harry Potter. Look at the orange. For all of eternity, this has been support. What's just happened? It went below it and rejection, rejection, rejection. So now let's zoom into this. It's never been used as rejection. It's gone below it, but then it zoomed right back above it. I think during coronavirus or something. I can go back and check when that is. Look, it's mega super support, 90 days proven as resistance. That's never happened before. So no, Ethereum's not getting ready to outperform Bitcoin. It just gave up the most macro support it has versus Bitcoin. So it's not going to go up while Bitcoin goes down. So therefore, I think Bitcoin price will wait on Ethereum price. So oddly enough, I don't think in my 4-minute video yesterday, I justified why Ethereum is really the thing to be watching right now. I don't always think that, but when I do think it, it's typically correct. I was wrong, dead wrong once, is when Bitcoin in May 2021, I thought Ethereum was the thing to look at, but it was all a bull trap. Ethereum was being pumped by larger money to trick people to go long on Bitcoin as the big money was piling up their shorts for that Wyckoff distribution drop from 55K down to 29K. It was all a trap. So one time I got fooled. But in this moment, though, like, it just gave up support, and Ethereum very, very, very likely will give up that triple area of support at the same moment Bitcoin decides to go down. I don't think it can recalibrate or get out of calibration with each other. Keep your eyes on Ethereum if you want to know where your altcoins are going to go, if you're even interested in altcoins this deep in a bear market. But really, I mean, as Bitcoin goes down to these levels, most altcoins besides super strong ones, such as Polygon Matic is probably, maybe even Trias is a small cap, besides a select few, most should lose another. So they've already lost like 15%, right? Maybe a little bounce back, 8% from the last week. But from the last week before that little drop, like a bloody weekend I think we had, I mean, from that point, they should lose 40%. And so the moment altcoins will have another spill, a bigger spill than what just happened, is that triple area of support. I can't stress this enough, especially for new viewers who think altcoins are going to recover anytime soon. I mean, just draw those lines on Ethereum and watch it, because that's when it's going to spill. All right, you just got Timified Worldwide. Peace.
There are 2 ways to join the community to get more exclusive content. There are 2 YouTube tiers, which involve access to private live shows, typically at 12 p.m. noon New York time, Tuesdays and Thursdays, in which the higher YouTube tier also gets daily price updates on Bitcoin and other cryptos. And the Discord community offers multiple events each week, as you can see on this real example of a previous community calendar, which would enable you to jump on the live events, turn on your microphone, share screens with me, share your ideas, so we can knock out any questions that you have. In addition to offering tutorial series and other exclusive content to help you in your crypto journey. And what you can do for free, which is amazingly valuable, is to look at the 12 links from 2021 and 2022, which are both in the pinned comment and near the top of the description section of this video. Those are links to videos in which I made technical analyses that now you know played out. Go back to those videos to see how I was able to use the charts to predict it. It's all for free. I promise I'm here to help you as much as I can in your crypto journey. Community links below.